Good day, wizards, and welcome to your subject on social science. The lesson title for today is on food and farming in South Africa. Your lesson objectives are as follows: people and food, ways of farming, crop and stock farming, unprocessed and processed. Let's look at people and food. Foods people eat. We eat many types of food in South Africa. All our food comes from either animals or plants. For example, think about where a cup of tea and a biscuit came from. The tea comes from the tea bush, which is a plant. The milk comes from a cow, which is an animal. The sugar for the tea and the biscuit comes from the sugar cane, which is a plant. The flour to make the biscuit comes from wheat, which is a plant. The butter to make the biscuit comes from the milk from the cow, which is an animal. Ways people get their food. Some people buy their food in shops or from street vendors. Some people grow their own food, such as vegetables. People sometimes collect food, such as wild berries. People who live close to the sea or a river can go fishing. Some people get some of their food by hunting. For example, the Sand people hunt and kill animals with bow and arrows. Ways of farming. In South Africa, there are two ways of farming, where crops are grown and animals are reared: subsistence farming and commercial farming. Subsistence farming. Subsistence farming is when farmers grow crops and raise animals to produce food for themselves and their families. For example, Nusa and Vuyo's grandmother has a subsistence farm. She grows mealies, pumpkins, beans and potatoes on her plot of land and have enough food for her family. The family eats most of the vegetables themselves. If they have too many of one kind of vegetable, they exchange the vegetables for something else from one of their neighbors. They also keep a few goats and some chickens. The goats are killed on special occasions when the family needs meat. They will share the meat with others. The chickens provide eggs for the family to eat. Some weekends, especially if Nusa and Vuyo's mother is visiting, they will slaughter a chicken. The chickens scratch around the vegetables and help control the insects that eat the vegetables. The chicken's droppings also help to keep the soil full of nutrients. It is a good natural fertilizer.